Hi, I am Inder Rana. I'm a principal solution engineer with Microsoft, focusing on data analytics in the healthcare vertical. I have partnered with my peer Greg Beaumont to build out this GitHub repository to showcase an end-to-end analytics solution built on Microsoft Fabric. The solution uses Medicare Part D prescribers by provider and drug dataset with about 275 million rows of real-world data from Center of Medicare and Medicaid Services here in the United States, also referred to as CMS. It showcases the data flow through medallion architecture from raw ingestion to bronze, silver, and gold layers, all the way to the reporting layer. The solution has existed for a while now, but in the earlier versions, setting up this solution required a semi-automated process with several manual steps. While that method is still valuable for learning and understanding the underlying components, we have taken a step further in this iteration. Now we have added full automation, making it much easier to get the demo up and running in your own environment with minimal effort. Let's jump into a quick walkthrough to show you just how easy it is to set up the end-to-end CMS analytics solution using a Fabric notebook. What you're looking at is the GitHub repository README file for the solution module. We have an architecture diagram which shows that CSV files are downloaded from the CMS website using a Fabric Spark notebook into the bronze layer in a Lakehouse. And then another notebook runs to build out a flat table with 275 million rows in the silver layer of the Lakehouse. And then we have the gold layer, which is star schema model optimized for your reporting layer. And we have two options over here. Either the Spark notebook creates the star schema model in Lakehouse, or if you prefer data warehouse and traditional T-SQL, then you can use this option B to load the data into star schema model in a warehouse. So we have both the quick setup options and the manual setup option from before is here. Thing to keep in mind is the quick setup, which is the focus of this video, we only have the Lakehouse option A implemented. Let's click this quick setup link here. Here also we show the architecture diagram that we are using the Spark notebook to load the data into a Lakehouse for your code layer. Steps are pretty simple. The first step is to download this CMS demo Spark notebook from the GitHub repo. Next, you import that notebook into a Fabric workspace, and then you click Run All. So the notebook runs cell by cell, and the last cell of the notebook kicks off a Fabric Data Factory pipeline, which is the orchestrator to run the notebooks to download and then transform the data. That notebook execution takes a little bit longer, about 20 to 45 minutes. But the good thing, you don't need to wait for it to complete. It's completely asynchronous. So the moment the last cell of the notebook completes, you can stop the notebook, walk away, and then you can come back and all the components will be installed. Um, and lastly, we have the link to the Fabric Data Agent creation step as well, which is there in the manual method. Currently, we have kept it manual. We expect to automate this in future. So Data Agent is very popular. It's generative AI-based capability where you can use natural language to chat with your data in the Fabric Lakehouse, Warehouse, or Semantic Model. With that, let's go back up here and download the installation notebook. This is where all the automation code has been implemented. I will click download as raw file. And next, I will go to a Fabric workspace. It's a completely empty workspace. It has no assets at all. You're not required to, but it's recommended that you start with a blank workspace. If you have an existing workspace you want to use, the thing you have to keep in mind is there could be some naming conflicts because the notebook creates everything, Lakehouse, semantic model, data factory pipeline notebooks. So naming conflicts you'll have to watch out for if you're using an existing workspace. But I have a clean blank workspace here. I'll click import notebook from this computer, click upload here, import the notebook, and click open here. Notebook itself is very well documented. There are markdown cells explaining the major steps in the notebook. So once the notebook is open, the only thing you need to do is click Run All. And then you'll see a Spark session will start up and your steps or the cells will execute one by one. Some of the cells do display little informative information, what they did. Lakehouse was created, notebook was imported, those kind of information is written out. It doesn't take too long for this notebook to complete. It takes about 5 minutes or so, but still to save time, I will switch to a notebook which I executed in a different workspace a little while ago. So here I go to the already executed notebook. As you see, all the steps are here, some utility functions, some configuration information. And this is the step which downloads a zip file from GitHub with the files for your semantic model, report, and pipeline. This step imports the required notebooks, and here are the simple statements here showing that the notebooks were imported successfully, and then the data factory pipeline creation step, then the semantic model creation step, Power BI report creation step, and the last step is to trigger the data factory pipeline, which was created a few cells above. And as I mentioned, the execution of the pipeline takes a little bit longer, but it's completely asynchronous. So the moment you see the message over here that the data factory pipeline has been submitted successfully, you can walk away. And now I will switch to the Fabric workspace to show what all gets created when this notebook executes. So here are the notebooks. Here's the Lakehouse. Here's the pipeline, report, semantic model, and the installation notebook itself. If you go to the CMS pipeline over here, you can go to Run, View Run History, and you will see if you open this right after kicking off the install CMS demo notebook, this will be in progress, but this is from a while ago. So the CMS pipeline has already executed. As you see over here, about 17 minutes were taken to process the whole data from download step to creation of the flat table, as well as the star schema model in the gold layer. And I would like to go into the Lakehouse itself as well to show all the tables which get created and a little bit information about the how this installation scripts have been implemented. This folder gets created. This artifact zip is the file which is downloaded from GitHub, and these assets are unzipped from this artifacts zip file. And these are the ones which are used to create your pipeline, semantic model, and the report. And when the notebook, when your pipeline is running and the download step is executing, these are the CSV files, about 11 years of data that's downloaded into the Lakehouse file section. This is the bronze layer. Then these are the tables for your dimension and fact. And then this CMS provided drug cost is the table for the flat table with all 275 million rows. And let's just switch to the report in the meantime. Here, this is what the report looks like. It is showing the drug cost by prescriber type. Over all the years, it's 276 million rows. You can select a specific year as well. It's pretty fast to update. I just picked 2017 and the number should update right away. And now it's the 25 million rows for the 2017. So this was the existing workspace. I showed all the assets just for fun. Let's go back to the notebook which we kicked off at the beginning of this video recording, and let's see how the processing went. Yep, seemed like it's going well, and it's on the step to create the Power BI report. So yep, it's yeah, it has progressed along, but I've shown you what the end result will look like. I hope this was helpful, and happy to get any kind of feedback while LinkedIn or GitHub. Oh, this is completed while we are talking. So this pipeline just got kicked off. So in fact, I can go back to my workspace, open the data factory pipeline, and view run history. Oh, it's not even started yet, so it should start soon. Yep, it's in progress, the first step. But now you see this is what your workspace will look like, and you can follow the next steps, the optional step of setting up a Fabric data agent to query the data in the Lakehouse as well. Um, thank you very much. Please share any feedback on GitHub or LinkedIn. Thank you. Bye.